AITA for refusing to walk my friend's dog? I am not the original poster. That is you, practical hoe. She posted in r, am I the asshole? Mood spoiler. Frustrating. Less than. Original post. July 20th, 2023. I. 26F. Have a friend. 27F. And she lives 15 minutes away from me. She has a 1.5-yo golden retriever, Jeffy. And he's honestly a very well-behaved, lovable but very energetic goofball. I visit her place at least once every month and Jeffy loves me and loves to play me, etc. Yesterday my friend called me and asked if I could walk Jeffy at night since she had to leave for something urgent and wouldn't be able to be back in time to walk him. I said sure and asked her to keep his leash and collar by the door so I could take him out. The route they walk him on is a busyish street till we get to the park. She told me that they don't keep him on a leash. He's very well behaved and will walk beside them when they take him out and will stop and sit if they stop. He's trained. I agree that he's well behaved. But I told her I'd be uncomfortable taking him out without a leash, since I don't have enough experience with dogs and he can get excited at times. She said that it won't be an issue as Jeffy is very calm on walks. I again said that I understand. But as calm as he may be, he's an animal and we don't know how he might react if he got excited, scared by a human or another dog, or if he runs away and gets lost. I just wouldn't know what to do in that case. She said that I'm overthinking this and I should just take him out without a leash as he feels restricted on a leash and can't explore. I again told her that I don't think I can walk him without a leash, especially since half of that route is a kinda busy road with lots of distractions till we get to the park. She said that if I put a leash on him, that'd be abuse, since he's been out without a leash for a while now. Then I said that I don't think I could take the responsibility of walking him without a leash. She got annoyed and said that I have no knowledge of dogs and I should just listen to her. I refused again, and she got angry. She was in a hurry 'cause she had to leave, and said that I'm being a bitch for no reason and refusing to help her when I easily could. She then told me that she can't believe I'd be more comfortable if Jeffy was being abused by wearing a leash and then cut the call. She then asked her Mill to walk the dog instead. She hasn't responded to my texts since. I don't think I was wrong. But AITA? Edit to add. There are no leash laws where I live. I'm not from the US or Europe. Relevant comment. More info on the dog's training. She said he's recall trained but IDK if he'd even have responded to my commands, since I visit him once a month. It's not safe for anyone at all. Oop is voted NTA. Update post. July 26, 2023. 6 days later. Hi guys. So I had a small update and thought I'd share with you. So since this happened, there was no contact between us. She video called me last evening and I picked up. I said, hey, and she instead of replying turned her video camera to her dog. For the next 23 minutes, she showed me how Jeffy can obey every command that she gives and that he's super smart and obedient. In all fairness, he did obey 85% of the commands in one go. Then she turned her video to herself and told me that how wrong I was about her dog and that she was very mad that I didn't help her when I could. I still said the same points which I did the other day. That I am not experienced enough to walk him without a leash, the dangers to him and the public, etc. I also told her that a lot of people agree with me on that. Her reply was that they don't know her dog and neither do I. If I'm not experienced enough, I should have just listened to her and done what she said. Then I got pretty mad and said that if I'm inexperienced, how did she expect me to do something so dangerous? Just 'cause her dog obeyed her and her family doesn't mean he'd obey me. Not only was she trying to put Jeffy in danger, but also people on the road and also maybe me. Then she again went on the whole, it's abuse, tangent. I told her that leashes are in fact not abusive. Then she said maybe not for other dogs. But Jeffy has been without a leash since forever and for him it's be restrictive and abusive. Then she said that I don't really care about her dog and she didn't need a friend who wouldn't show up when she needed them. I in turn said that she's being very negligent and obtuse about the whole thing. Some PPL would say I care more about her dog than she does. And that she should look into the benefits of a leash. And that she wasn't being a very good dog owner nor a good citizen. And I also called her out on calling me a bitch for refusing. To which she said, then don't act like one. I called her a bad dog owner and said I prayed that her stupidity doesn't lead to drastic consequences for the poor beautiful baby or anyone else and cut the call. Safe to say, that friendship is ended. I'd miss the beautiful golden boy though. I did love him a good bit. And I'd pray that he remains safe and sound and goofy despite his stupid owner. Relevant comments. Any shelters you can help out at to see some pups? Unfortunately, where I come from, we don't have as many shelters. But we do have so many stray dogs. The ones in my locality are my friends though. Haha. I feed them dinner and they follow me around the locality whenever I step out. Beautiful kids. But if there are stray dogs, doesn't that make walking Jeffy without a leash even more dangerous? You're not wrong about it. We have 10 plus strays in my locality. And while they're very sweet, they go wild if another dog enters their territory. This is starting to sound elaborate for a simple dog walking incident. It's more than that for her IG. She went on to how I didn't help a friend in need. Her. And how I would willing abuse her dog by putting it on a leash. Ah, you have no knowledge of dogs. Oop. Great, we agree. Find someone else to walk your dog. Click. What a weird hill for OOP's friend to die on. So many things could go wrong in that scenario. Regardless of how well behaved the dog is. Traffic. The strays in the neighborhood are unpredictable. Oop isn't that familiar with the dog's commands and routines and it could easily turn into a dangerous or deadly situation for the dog. If OOP's friend is being this unreasonable about using a leash one time, imagine how unreasonable she'd be if Oop had to tell her the dog died because it got hit by a car on her watch. Wow. The friend sounds like an extremely insufferable person to be around. The friend is definitely one of those dog owners I absolutely cannot stand. Good for OP on trying to make sure the dog is safe though. She video called me last evening and I picked up. I said, hey, and she instead of replying turned her video camera to her dog. For the next 23 minutes. She showed me how Jeffy can obey every command that she gives and that's he's super smart and obedient. In all fairness, he did obey 85% of the commands in one go. Why would Oop not just hang up? He feels restricted on a leash and can't explore. That's the whole point of a leash. What the hell? I like how the dog owner contradicted herself by calling her friend inexperienced. Well, all the more reason she shouldn't be out walking the dog with no leash. I've said it before, but as much as I love dogs, I love our overall safety. That friend is willing to die on the hill of not leashing her dog but will be the first person to cry if her dog goes missing. He attacks another dog or vice versa. All because she believes recall training makes up for it and leashing him would fall under abuse. No ma'am. If any bad scenario plays out because of her bad choices, I would happily tear her a new one for being ignorant. For putting that animal's life at risk for her personal beliefs. Moral of the story. Don't have pets if you refuse to follow basic rules of safety. Oh my god, the ex-friend is the personification of an incredibly thick, steel-enforced brick wall, and I want to slap her. Oop, should have just said, "You're right." Click. They want to prove they're right? Go ahead guy, not at my expense. 1. The friend is the worst kind of dog. Person. 2. Wildly common with golden owners. 3. Her dog is not special. 4. The name, Jeffy, makes me want to vomit. I hate this woman. I lived with my partner's parents for almost a year and they have a dog. She's the sweetest, cuddliest, cute and a very obedient dog. My partner's dad walks her without a leash pretty much exclusively. I know how great and obedient she is and have gone on walk with them. But when I took her alone, you best believe she was leashed. While I love her and hung out with her quite literally every day, she's not my dog. So much could go wrong. She could have gotten scared of something and ran away, or in front of one of the rare cars. She could have seen another dog and while she normally had no reaction, she could have decided that she didn't like them or anything. Or another dog could have decided they didn't like her. Like, so many scenarios. I completely understand. Oop. Her friend sucks. Even Pokemons are leashed in Pokeballs when walking around. PLS leash your dogs. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Yeah, I once walked my then BF's dog without a leash. Recall training be damned. The dog did not listen to me, and I almost didn't manage to get him back home. Never again. Fuck dog owners who walk unleashed dogs in public, not dog-specific places. This is madness. Even professional dog walkers usually walk new dogs on leads the first few times to get a feel for them, etc. Also, obeying commands in the peace and quiet of their home is not comparable to listening to a recall. When something has caught their attention, I'd never pressure a mate to walk my dog off his lead if they weren't comfortable. If just be grateful they were doing me the favor in the first place. The friend sounds like people in my area. Every day on Facebook and next door there's another new lost dog post, and then I walk around the neighborhood and people constantly have their dogs with them in the unfenced front yards. Leash off. People are so convinced their dog won't run off. I'm studying in the veterinary field, and I've worked in a humane society and trained dogs. One thing I know is that the leash has so many guiding benefits for dogs. It helps teach them walking manners. I could understand if it was a leash attached to the neck that she would think was slightly abusive. But it's easily solved with a vest, doesn't matter. However good he is. If they're walking on a busy street, he needs to be on a leash. My grandfather has a highly trained Great Dane who is always at his beck and call. But my grandfather still leashes him and makes sure he's fenced in a yard. The friend isn't as good an owner as she thinks she is. She's negligent, plain and simple. I've had dogs all my life. I'm 62. And for the last 30 years I have had at least one border collie. Extremely smart, very obedient. People are always amazed at how calm and sensitive my dog's are, and how they somewhat know what I want them to do before I even tell them. I would never walk a dog off leash on city streets. Never. All it takes is one squirrel or one cat or one other dog saying, "Hey." Quote. I read this title as, I refuse to walk my dog's best friend. Not going to lie, I'm kind of disappointed that's not what happened. Don't they have leash laws in some states or counties?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.